Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we're taking a look at the 1990 Mazda Eunos Roadster V Special, also known as the MX-5. This is one of our last NAs to run around the course. We've had several of them. We've even had the 1993 V Special, which was coloured white with a cream roof, which looked a bit bizarre. This, though, is the classic way to have it. British Racing Green, tan top. It does look very, very nice, and I'm not even a big NA fan. Just as a quick sort of precaution, as I usually have to put out here with the Eunos Roadsters, the 93s run turbos, the earlier ones run natural aspiration. In this case, it's 1990, so this is running NA tuning, which means it's going to look like it's nowhere near the 93. In truth, you could put turbo on both of these, but I figured just to add a little bit of variety to the series, that's sort of the way they run. So, and also none of the V specials ran racing modification, because essentially they are the heaviest of all of the Eunos Roadsters / MX-5s, and they're all basically the same, these cars. It is worth noting though, the 1.6 litre is in the S special, whereas this has the bigger 1.8 litre, which was also in the standard Eunos Roadster. So yeah, that's sort of going to be comparison between those. Admittedly, this should probably be a little bit slower than that car, but that car was ran a long time ago, so it'll probably be very slightly quicker. Front engined, rear wheel drive, 208 horsepower, 910 kilograms. It just looks right in this colour combination, I think. Stunning colour combination. And again, I'm not an NA person, I do have to be honest. Anyways, this car is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track and odds to the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Audi TT LM Edition. That car set a time on 26.690. The Mazda Roadster Eunos V Special is unlikely to beat that. In terms of where this is going to go, the standard Eunos Roadster set a time of a 32.088, the S Special set a time of a 32.233, and the turbocharged V Special set a time of a 30.9, which was 0.3 slower than the racing modified turbocharged normal NA that we had to go around. And I'm not just saying normal to be vague, the genuine trim name in this game of that car is normal. So that is why I'm referring it to as the MX-5 normal, because genuinely that's what the game calls it. 32.248 on its first prospective lap time, which isn't too bad. They're okay cars to drive, these. A little bit. I did sort of notice this on the opening lap. A little bit less front-end grip than maybe you would expect out of such a car. I would probably expect quite direct turn-in from an MX-5, because handling's kind of what they're famous for. Because let's be honest, they're not famous for out-and-out power, because look at it. But yeah, a little bit on the understeery side of things, it does have to be said. But other than that, not a bad handling vehicle. I think these are best enjoyed with turbochargers. That is my sort of read on the situation, having driven the turbos, having driven non-turbos. I would say plump for some extra credits, go for the turbo. This is going to be a 31.906. Alright, there you go. As I mentioned, a little bit quicker than the car that had ran previously, so we'll take that. But yeah, other than that, they're alright. They're solid, dependable, definitely low-end sports cars. There's no denying that. You know, I mean, I could be wrong. I suppose with the turbo ones, perhaps. But I think if you have these cars naturally aspirated, there's no giant killing performances you're going to be able to pull off with them. You know, it is 208 horsepower at the end of the day, and there's only so far you can go with 208 horsepower. Of course, the interesting thing to note is with 31.9, that does mean this is actually slower than that Demio LXG we had last time. So if you're driving around Motorsports Land in a cheap Mazda, you'll You want the LXG Demio. But no, that's alright. It's alright. It's a car, isn't it? The Eunos Roadster really is described as an car in this game. They're alright. They're not, like I say, it's definitely not setting the world on fire. It's definitely not a world beater of a car. It's just, it's alright, isn't it? Which is sort of like how these cars are in real life. They're alright. Not really my cup of tea, but they're alright. Get it? Because it's kind of British based. Yeah. Not a bad lap time out of it. I think if you was to pound the circuit and go round and round and round and round and round, you could probably find little bits of time out of it, but I don't really think there's a lot to be found in there. So, yeah, I'd say that's alright. A 31.817 will place this into 370th. Interestingly enough, goes in between a Lotus Elise Sport 135 and a BMW 323 Ci. That's not as impressive as it sounds. Neither is the fact that it beats the Silvia K's Aero, Toyota Sprinter Terreno, Mugen Accord Wagon, Honda Integra, Subaru Vivio, Corolla 11 BZG, loses to a 4K, and again loses that Mazda Demio LXG. So if you're cross-shopping between the LXG and a Eunos Roadster V Special and for some reason you refuse to put a turbo kit in it, go with the Demio, I guess. That's the advice to come out of this one. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.